Hey, my name's Eric and I'm making a game. It's called the Godkiller. It is a puzzle solving adventure game. It has a very detailed, intricate, handcrafted set of levels. They require you to solve puzzles in 3 dimensions, and they're tricky. You know, it's for people that like puzzles. And there's a story that goes along with it. There's all kinds of characters. It's a little bit reminiscent of Alice in Wonderland type of a thing. This woman is born into the world. It's like an afterlife of sorts. And she doesn't really know who she is. It's a strange place. She doesn't understand what the rules of it are. And the first person she meets is God. And God has a plan for her. And she doesn't really want to go along with it. She tries to fit in. Things don't work out. Conflicts ensue. So that's the game in an elevator pitch style. But let me just demo. Demoing is what is really a much better way of showing the game to people. But I do have to practice a little bit with that verbal explanation of the whole thing. Because I know I'll need to pitch it to different people at different points. Okay. I just wrote some code before we came on stream. I'm hoping that it works. I think it'll work. I think I can demo and then I can keep going with the changes I was already in progress on. Okay. So there's this thing I want to do, which is whenever somebody who's in my playtesting group solves a level, the solution for that level should be uploaded to my server. And then inside of my development environment, I want to be able to replay those solutions. And it's used for something called regression testing, basically. So if it used to be true that a certain sequence of moves would take you to the end of the level successfully, then later on, things might change. Code might change, the level might change. But we want to know if those solutions no longer work. Because that's a clue that there's a bug. There's a bug to fix. So I'll go ahead and exit this level. So what that would have done is upload, man, it's so loud, upload a solution to my server. Okay, now I can go in the opposite direction. So the experience I just showed is like somebody who's just playing the game, who's in our playtesting group. Okay, now here the experience is a different person now. It's just me. I want to test that we haven't broken anything with recent changes. Okay, so I go up to here, and I feel like with the changes I just made the code, this might not work, but I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to say, let's do a replay of all the solutions we've got from the server. Right now I think there's maybe 10 or something like that. So I'm going to do it all. I'll just do them all. Okay, so now it's loading in each level that's needed for the replay, and it's very quickly playing the solution through it. And you can see at the end the player is on this level exit thing, and that's an indication that the test was successful. I'll get another indication in the console log whether or not the test was successful or failed. There's some failures on these. I contrived them to fail. Okay, it finished. So then just left me wherever the last demo was at, and I was able to move after that. Okay, so that's the demo. Now I'm gonna get to work. Here's what I was in the middle of. Well, so okay, I'll explain the need for the work that I'm doing now by showing what happened. Okay, so if you look at the console log, it's got passed. You know, this solution, it passed. And you go up a little bit more, and there's another one that it played. Number 24 passed for a different level. Keep going up. Okay, and then more and more and more of these. I do see an error here. Okay, I kind of understand that. Yeah, I should be able to fix that. Yeah, all of these are the same bug. But anyways, the thing I was trying to show is that there's a lot of log messages, and they're not that easy to go through and just see what happened real quickly. If I'm going to run this on the regular, and I just want to see, am I in trouble? Is there something I need to investigate? There should be essentially a report format. I started working on that. In fact, it's probably pretty close to done. So I've got this class here where I'm just adding passed or failed results for different scenes, and I need to hook it up to the logic in my replay manager, so it will, instead of just console logging passed or failed, it will use that replay results class to put the result there. Then at the end, when all of the solutions have been played through, then it can output to the console log one time the results of all those tests running. And that would be a much nicer way to see the results. So I think this won't be hard. Work Slack there I might look at in a little bit. Okay, I see a lot of common code here. I think I'll just refactor a bit. Init loading state. Let's do a clear on it. That means I have to make a method on it, but it'll be a little bit nicer. Okay, so then results. That should do it, actually. Yeah, it's got that dictionary there. Okay. Let's do start loading state. Check for busy. Or I could say prepare for loading. No. Let's do init loading state. Okay. And we'll set this to, and that should make this a lot cleaner. There we go. Okay, so now I've got that set up. I know that I can store the results, past, and then what's it want? It wants current solution scene name, and it wants the solution ID. Let's do it this way. 0. That means we're done. We're done. If there's nothing else to replay, I can just log the results. well, it won't be null, but we'll want something like, are there any results? Has results. Or, yeah, okay. Kind of like is empty. Results. Count equals 0. There we go. Okay, so that should do it. Let's see both of these. Let's step through it. Also, I want to see the toString. Okay. Replay all the solutions. Okay, so the first one passed. Let's see what it does. No, I did not do enough here. Oh, it'll come on the next part. Okay, got it. So it's going to just return that list. And then we add one result to the list. Okay, so now I should have one. Okay. Okay. Is it the same scene name? No, it's a different one. Let's just play. Different one. Oh, there we go. Took it a while to load. First death. Cool. I think it's going slower because I've got it in the debugger. Oh, there we go. Friendly corridor. Cool. That's the one that has multiple demos on it. Okay, this is also friendly corridor. Good. So now I can look at a different different branch of execution here. So this one should find an existing set of results for that scene. Okay, cool. So I should have, yeah, just one result so far. But now we get to add an extra one for the failing solution inside of that level. So one failed, one succeeded, or one passed. And we got another failure for friendly corridor. That might be it. Oh. Okay. I'll just let the rest go. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to compile the report. Seven scene names. That looks healthy. Let's check them out, though. Perfect. Okay. See what it looks like so far. Good. This report not only will be in one place, but it'll be more concise. So I don't have to scan through a whole bunch of lines. Like if all of the solutions pass for one level, then all I need is to see something like 5 of 5 passed. I don't need any more details about, you know, which ones failed or anything like that. But if something fails, then it's going to add a longer description of what exactly failed. Trying to get to the one that has failures to see how its logic goes. Oh, wait. There we go. Friendly corridor. 2 of 4 passed. Failed solutions, number 22 and number 23. But this one down here looks wrong. Why is total pass 2? Total count 4. Up here I set them to 0 and 0. Yeah, it seems off. Okay, let's go take a look. All right. So the total I was expecting would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. I wanted to see 8 of 10 solutions passed. There's got to be some really basic C# type of a problem here. Okay, it's these continues. Well, no, not necessarily. It's this continue. So I'll just put this up atop. Okay. I think I got it. I think also I'm going to be done with this whole feature. There was other stuff that I was thinking of doing, but I don't know how important it is. It might be better to let it be built as needed, the other features. So the other features that I'm thinking I need. Let's just go back in and run this a second time. So if a solution replay fails, some ability to go back and play that solution so I can see exactly where it failed and why. So that's not bad. I could definitely picture yeah, this is what I want. 8 of 10 solutions pass, failures see above. Okay, I could definitely picture just running like a few hundred tests like this. It wouldn't be that big a deal. Okay. So let me do enough that I feel like this is potentially all I need. This thing here, let's fix that. I think this is going to be caused by statics. Yeah. Yeah, I already have a to-do here for this. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. I've got a nice way to reproduce it easily. Okay. Sound effects. Are you a bootable? You're not. You're just a big old dumb static class before I started using bootables. I mean, I could just move this over to bootable. Well, there is one advantage, I think, of having it not being bootable. Bootable means that like it persists in between scenes. Yeah, okay. So like the player transform will be different from one scene to the next. Okay, so even if I put it in a bootable, it would not eliminate the need for me to reset static variables as I move from one scene to another. So let's just write a reset function. Player transform equals null. Audio points. These will probably be okay. Because audio points are in a bootable, and they're shared between scenes. They aren't unloaded. So player transform. I might do this one too. Let's see. Unload. There it is. Okay. And we do what? Oh, you gotta do like a so. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of that error. Oh, I do want to become famous. It's very important. Also, I kind of wonder if this bot is within that group of bots that were added by some other script as my followers. Let's see, is there any difference? So, okay, no, that's not it. So Mateo is following. It says that, whereas this other lovely non-person is not following. Okay, so there's no correlation between those that I know of to those 500 or so accounts that mass followed me a while back. All right. I think let's just do all the solutions for the level. That'll be a good test too. Okay, so that looked pretty good. I also got rid of that one error. Okay, let's do all the solutions. Make sure it works for that too. Slightly different case because it's going to different scenes, so maybe it loads in the data differently. Okay. So. Okay, I fixed that bug. I think also I fixed another bug that was maybe bugging me. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right, let's add a few more niceties. Let's have it return to the place where it was earlier at the end of the replay. So I can go, let's see. Okay, again, it looks like I got some refactoring to do here. Okay. So let's take this, just put it all, bam, up here. And let's invert this. Let's say It's not worth it. Okay, this one's pretty easy though. But let me check how I did the conditional compilation in main object. Because this will not compile if okay. Don't refactor the common parts, it won't help. You know what? I could just really make it so it just doesn't really do anything affecting CPU by just doing this. And you know, whatever tiny little hit I might have taken with that Boolean check won't be there on the frame update. And it won't accidentally be able to replay anything. It's probably the simplest way. Okay, let's make sure that it will go back to the start of the scene after I do my replays, because I don't like leaving it in that weird state where the player is right on top of the exit and isn't leaving. So if I have that return scene set and I start the replays, it should just go back to the beginning of the level. So let's go in a little bit. All right. Do replay, solutions for level. That's it. It's good. Work like a champ. Okay. Okay. So I'm just thinking, like, the last thing that I really needed was some kind of ability to play things back. So ways I can handle it. One, I can just go to my database, grab the commands, and bring it into this little property I've got in my inspector that'll let me play back commands. That probably suffices, to be honest. Alright, so to make that a little bit easier for myself so I don't have to look it up from the database, let's do a debug log up here. Outside of that nice little report, it'll just be Yeah. That's a good start. And then if it really is worth the investment of building a nicer playback interface, I can do it. Spend like a few hours on that. But I don't need to spend them tonight, and my goal is not to make this like the most beautiful looking thing ever. It just has to be a way for me to check if things broke. Further down the road, there will be like years of data, years of solutions, multiple releases, and I'll want to be able to check, is this still working as expected? Okay, let me see. The last thing I think I'll do in this session, so I can just set this to 100%, the particular feature I'm working on. No, I can't really do that on stream. I gotta do that off stream. The thing that I want to do is have some kind of field in the table that says this solution is no longer valid. Let me design it out at least. So I think I got everything here except for that, and that'll be the last thing I'll for sure need. Okay, so this is all done. I think I fixed another bug. This is done. Okay. Let's see. So, what are the requirements? Just getting the requirements right is a little tricky. I don't know if I want this. I'm going to write it out, but I'm not sure if I want it to work this way. If an update to a level is made, solutions for it are not. Solutions predating the update are not run. So I don't know if I really want it to work that way. Because there could be updates to the level made that are trivial, and the solutions could still work on them. There's no need to discard them. So that's nice and automatic, but I don't know if I really want it to work that way. I do have a timestamp on the solutions in my database. You know, this might be pretty easy. So let's see. Let's write it like proper use case style, instead of jumping ahead to how I want to implement it. Okay. When a solution fails as a result of level changing and that failure is expected, I want to be able to easily disable the solution. I'll say exclude the solution from running. When a solution passes despite a level changing, the solution should be kept. When I know in advance that a level changing will break solutions, I want to exclude all of those solutions. And I think I'm going to make this easier on myself. I was being a little bit vague here. Let's just say delete, because solutions aren't that precious. No, I take it back. So I'm thinking of another use case. Okay. If a solution stops working as a result of code changes, the solution should remain available for troubleshooting. Any solution should be excludable, should be manually excludable for any reason. Solutions should be okay. So a lot of this I can just do with SQL. So let's see. Number one, let's just say create some stored procedures. In MySQL. say enabled flag default equals true. Okay, disable solution, solution ID. Just make them as I need them. Main thing is just I have to add this enabled flag. The queries that run for retrieving solutions. Filter have where enabled equals true. Okay. I think this is going to be the way to do it. Yeah, just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay, this stuff I got to do offline. That's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, let's update the status. I haven't done it in a while. I'll reflect on it a tiny little bit here and just think, what should the status actually be? Yeah, I just want to use the software. Come on. God damn it. Everything's got to be a login account thing. All right. I have a brand new iPad and I can't use it because I failed to remember my password, my Apple password, and now I'm in some kind of lock state on that device. So I've got a brick until Apple decides that they're gonna allow me to use the thing that I bought from them. Okay, so then while I've got my big head up, I will go to my sign-in for Adobe and see if I can remember my password for that. Everything needs a password. First attempt, incorrect. Why is it hard? Why is it hard to keep track of all the passwords? Oh no, just stop. Here's why. Because okay, you use Jesus Christ. Just use my software. This device, yeah. God damn. Okay, sign out of that one. Okay. Let me on to the software I bought from you. God. All right. So, the reason why it's hard is because, okay, suppose you just use one kind of unimportant password. And then you can remember it. Fine. But then one of the people that you use that password with is not a good steward of the password. And they have a breach. And Chrome or somebody will be helpful and they'll tell you, your password is breached and these 27 different sites are now vulnerable because somebody could go use that same password that was breached on just one of the many sites you used it on, and then they'll just come back and retry it on a different site. And okay, so then you got to change your passwords again. And it's hard to come up with some way that it's just straightforward and simple. So one solution is, use a password manager. Whatever password manager you pick, there's going to be something wrong with it after a certain amount of time passes by. There's going to be something wrong with it. Could be that you use the built-in Apple password manager, but 7 years from now, you decide you don't want to be in the Apple ecosystem, so you move over to like Windows or something like that. Or, maybe you've got moral reasons for not wanting to keep it in this location that, a big corporation has access to. You can use different software solutions that are kind of divorced from the giant Google megaliths, but they tend to stop working after a while for business reasons. If that company doesn't exist 5 years from now, or they get bought out by somebody else, then your password doesn't work anymore. And all the collections of passwords that you have will go to shit. So it's like this constantly shifting, degrading, not degrading. What I mean is like it's deteriorating all the time. Whatever solution you pick is just kind of falling apart the second you choose it. So there's no way to just kind of like relax. My passwords are good. Things are secure. Everything's falling apart all the time. And you're just reacting to it. I have the most sympathy for these old people. You ever just go to visit like a relative or a friend that is, or a parent of a friend or something, they're really old and they were perfectly good functioning people, but at some point they just kind of lost track of all the flurry of things that are necessary to sort of rebuild yourself and keep your status in the green, to keep you good. There's never like a moment where you can just say, I got it all figured out, it's all set up, it's all easy, nothing else to worry about. It won't be that until you're dead. And that's how it goes. As soon as all your energy is gone to update the passwords and the reply to the voicemails that may or may not be scams, they could be something very important. Is my social security number in danger of being revoked? I just got a phone call from a robot saying it was. Now, right now, I've got the faculties to filter that out. If I'm 80, maybe I might think, is that how they work now? Social security numbers? Does the government just revoke one because you're not in good standing? Maybe I should call this person and see what's going on. So yeah, of course I can handle it. Of course I can handle it. But whenever there's like some stupid shit that is taxing and loads it up way too far than what it needs to be, it makes me think not just of myself, but of some version of me 20 years from now who's going to be forced to either just stay the fuck away from it all, and you can never get all the way away from it, or to get handlers and helpers to deal with it. So I don't know. It's like, will I, when I'm really properly old, will I feel like using Photoshop when it has like a whole sign-in process? Well, I feel like using an iPad when entering in the wrong password triggers like a support action where the account's under review and the device is locked for multiple days until someone's able to review my account and decide whether or not I'm passing scrutiny. Anyways, it's a long rant. I'm just saying all this shit later on in our lives is not necessarily good. I'm not convinced everybody's doing a decent job of presenting things well, these processes and these logins and the password management and all of it. It's just seems like a lot of crap, a lot of poorly maintained crap. All right, let me update my status. Photoshop, please just load the image that I asked for you to load. You did not load the image I asked you to load. You kind of pretended that you were doing something. Oh, okay, there you go. Bugs, bugs, bugs. You got bugs, Photoshop. The last version that you gave me worked a lot better, and then I made the mistake of trusting you to upgrade, and now things are working poorly. I'm starting to sound like Jonathan Blow. All right, I think face animation. Oh, come on. You used to have a nice little palette that I enjoyed using. And all of my colors here were based on that palette. But now I've made the mistake of trusting you and upgrading, and now all the different nice little states are either not here anymore, or they've been changed, or... Alright. Maybe I'll just go over and use these pastel ones. Alright, I think that's where it is now. I don't think it's nice dark olive green. I think it's kind of midway between this sort of yellow state, which means I've done some work on it, but it's not really working very well, and this olive green, which is, we're done. Nothing that I know about that needs to happen on that. Face animation's pretty close though, to be honest. Okay, then I've got this unknown section over here. That warrants, by the way, that warrants 2 percentage points. Let's see, replay regression check, 100%. I'll give myself 2 there. I've still got quite a bit of room here for more kind of unexpected things to deal with. I mean, I gave myself, if you think about the whole project is taking maybe about 3 years, I gave myself 1/6 of 3 years, so that would be half a year just to work on unknown things. I mean, I say I gave myself, I have as much time as I want. There's no money burning, just my time. But I'm trying to make a fairly accurate prediction of what all this stuff is going to take. So, let's see. Let's update these numbers. So, I'll take the calculator. $92 plus 52 plus 1 plus 12, 157. 157% divided by 3 equals what? That's not right. $92 plus 52 plus 12 plus 1 divided by 3. All right. I'm going to cheat it just a little bit because I want this to go up. And it's a little bit arbitrary of a system anyway. So suppose I did 92 plus 52 plus 1 plus 14 divided by 3. That's 53 exactly. Okay. 92 plus 52 plus 1 plus 16 divided by 3. There we go. That's how I'll cheat my way to a more rosy future. Yeah, that's it. I just want 1 percentage point. Okay. So now I'm going to go off stream, and I have to do a few things to actually make this be properly 100%. But they're small things. It won't take me long, but I'll do them offline. Do them off stream. All right. If anyone was lurking, thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you later. Stopping the stream now.